I operate a site called the Kawara site. And recently, I established a community-based organization called Kekando, which stands for Kawara Kando. And we appreciate the work of TCP. We are currently working with TCP with 11 groups, including women and also mixed groups. I am happy to be here and I greet everyone.
Thank you, Bernadine.
Thank you, Bernadine. I turned on the recording. Is it all right if I record or should I turn it off?
No, it should remain.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Jasper?
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Jasper.
Good afternoon, Jasper.
I'm very fine. My name is Mushare Jasper. We run a site called Kabale in Uganda. We are a microfinance of the Church of Kabale Diocese. With TCP Global, we are supporting and working with 180 active groups. These groups receive training in financial literacy and business skills, after which they are given affordable microloans to do income generating activities with a view to help them get out of poverty with their families. We started this partnership with TCP Global in 2022. We have had 253 loans closed.
Hello.
The active loans are at 180. And these loans are distributed within 15 VSLA groups. We appreciate the support by TCP Global that has enabled us advance credit to the rural poor in our communities to help them set up income generating activities and help themselves out of poverty. It is my first meeting with you guys. I'm thrilled and I'm anxiously waiting to see what has been taking place in other sites. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. So, Millie, can you hear us now?
Yes, now we're hearing you.
Okay, we're all doing brief introductions now. So could you do an introduction?
Oh, sure. Thank you. Good evening to fellow Africans, and good morning to our friends far away. Yeah, my name is Millie Nakato from Joyful Hearts Children Ministries here in Uganda. I'm here with my colleague
Irene from Joyful Hearts Children Ministry Uganda. Yeah, nice to be on the meeting.
Yeah, so we are happy to be on the meeting. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, Haja Talawale.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, are you getting me?
Can you tell us briefly about the program?
Yeah, are you getting me?
Yes, now we do.
Okay, my name is Haja Talawale. I'm the Executive Director for Foundation for Women and Children Empowerment. We live in Liberia. We work in rural community in Lofa County. Our work is based on women and children, and most of our work depends on VSLA, the Village Saving Loan Association. we are also empowering women in agriculture. So we work in rural community. Like now we are working with 16 groups in Liberia to work with the women how best they can save their own money so that they will be able to send their children to school. So thank you very much.
Okay, thanks for joining us. And this is, they're on the verge of joining TCP Global. They'll be our newest program. Okay, Lydia? Kambabazi?
Helena, good morning.
Okay.
This is Robina.
Robina?
Yeah, I'm not sure Lydia is on call because
Okay.
of connectivity issues. So I think I can represent her. I'm Robina Hachiza, founder and director of a local organization called Empowered Center for Women and Children. It is located in southwestern Uganda in a district called Kisoro. Until February 13th, I worked with Catholic Relief Services on a program called Farmer to Farmer, but right now it is on hold due to the stop work order and the USAID suspension. So I've not been very active on TCP Global, following it up very much. Lydia has been doing it, but I can give you a brief about Empowered Center for Women and Children. It is an organization that was founded on the core objective of supporting children's education, vulnerable children, orphan children, and those who could not manage to pay school fees for themselves, the parents or caregivers. Yeah, but in between we realized that we couldn't support all children in the household families, because in a typical African setup, you find that the household has about 8 or 10 children in the case of Kisoro district. So what we can do is only to pick one child. So what we came up was to empower caregivers of these children with income generating activities to make sure that they are able to support these children whom we are not able to take into our, to enroll into our organization. We came up with some projects. Some are agribusiness projects, renting land where these women can grow food for home and also for commercial purposes. Kisoro district is known for growing Irish potatoes, so we basically focus on that, plus pork beans. At the end of the day, we also came up with the VSLAs from proceeds from the agricultural enterprises. They came up with the VSLAs, and that's when we also support from TCP Global. So I think we have done 2 or 3 circles. Maybe I can confirm that when she comes through. Yeah, but TCP has really boosted these VSLAs in a way that women have gone into other business enterprises, including roundy soap making, including basket making, handicrafts. So it's amazing what TCP Global can do. We are happy to partner with TCP Global and happy to see all these other wonderful organizations doing wonderful work in communities. Over.
Okay, thank you. Chris, can you let me share?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so the first item on our agenda is the phone app, which Innocent is using maybe 20 sites, and I think Mystery Grill is using in several sites. And it's available to anyone else who wants to use it. Where is it?
So you should be able to share.
Yeah, all I have to do is find my screen that I want to share. I'm sorry, technology is not my strong suit.
You are not alone, Helene.
Thank you. So I'm shoot, where is it? Okay, so we see that. So this is what the phone app looks like. Everybody who, and this is optional. If you would like to use it, you can. The advantage of the phone app is that if you have to travel out to a site where the loans are being given out to get the information and then bring back to your office to send to us, if you can train the people at the site to use a smartphone, they can just enter in the loan and payment information and send it directly to us. And then you don't need to go out there every month to collect the information. So like Innocent, for example, is managing 68 sites. It becomes very burdensome to send in reports for 68 sites. So this makes it more efficient. So we have a training guide in PowerPoint to show people how to use this. And so far, people seem to be able to pick it up on their own without any online training, but we could have some Zoom trainings to go with that necessary. So if any of you have any questions about this, Innocent and Bruno would be the experts. So first of all, is anyone interested in possibly having a phone app?
Yes, Serena, I am.
Okay,
Yes,
and you're again with Imbabazi?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, Serena, I'm also interested. I bought a phone, a handset. Now I have the one that can accommodate.
Okay, so it requires that the people out in the field have a smartphone. And according to our calculations, a lot of these groups, if they're keeping their interest earnings over a period of 5 or 6 months, they can have enough in interest earnings to buy a smartphone for their group to then communicate and send in the reports. And if they have a smartphone, it opens up other possibilities for them too. So that would be the way to proceed, to try to get each group to have a smartphone. So I will share this PowerPoint presentation with Bernadine and Robina, since you're interested, and then we can talk further about how you would go about getting the phone app set up.
Mhm.
And I see we have 2 new people who maybe we should have a introduction for Olivia and Technopop.
Yeah, hello family. I'm Olivia Mugabire from Peerlink Initiative Uganda. That's in Rukunjiri district. I'm happy to be part of this meeting.
Okay, welcome. We were just talking about the phone app, which is optional for people who would like to have their VSLA groups report directly to TCP Global. So let us know if you're interested in learning more about that. And then Technopop, are you from Peerlink also?
Techno.
Olivia, is Technopop, is that person with you?
No.
Okay. Would you like to introduce yourself? Okay. Well, we can continue. And Innocent and Bruno, do you have anything to add about the phone app that would be helpful to other sites that are considering it?
Let me chip in. Thank you so much, Helen. About this phone application, I just looked at it. It would really be very helpful and reducing time for the physical agent, and most of the work will be done, special reporting of the monthly payments by the women groups. So I think so far here, those who are reporting are doing so much great, and that has reduced a lot of the work I'm doing. As you know, we have 68 women groups here in Yumbe, and 13 of these women groups are in Bidi-Bidi. So far, I think only 2 sites in Bidi-Bidi are reporting using the new applications. That is so far great, and I think that is they are really doing great. However, my concern is the rest of the women groups, especially in the Bidi-Bidi refugee settlement. If there would be a way whereby we can get maybe one person who would assist those who are unable to report through a phone application, I think that would also be great. Continuously, the person in charge would be training them so that they will be well equipped with it, and then gradually they will learn how to send the reports and do reporting by themselves. So I think that is so far great, but otherwise the system is moving so well, especially those who are doing the reports. It is even cheaper and easier than spreadsheet, which takes at times longer time. At times also there is always some errors and so on. But with the application, I don't see much errors there. Those you will automatically know those who qualifies for loans, and then from there you will know that this time this loan need to be given to so and so. So to me, I think it is really very great phone application that will help us to move forward.
Okay.
And then yes, so I think lastly is when I look at the introduction of the partners, most of them are real in Uganda, what I can see. So I think, as you had said earlier on, if you could be sharing the email addresses, and even I would be reaching to maybe Bruno, other parts of Isingiro, and then I learn more from there, and then maybe Bruno will also visit something like that, so that we backbench and then we learn each other. Otherwise, that is very great to have such a meeting to know each other. Thank you.
Yeah, if you look in the invitation that Chris sent out, all of the addresses, the email addresses should be there. But if not, if you can't find them in that invitation, we can help you share email addresses.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Helen.
Okay, so.
I have a question, Helena.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Robina. I'm sorry to take you back if maybe you handled this before. About this app, like Innocent describes it, it's very excellent. Something that each site would want to use. Did TCP Global maybe train Innocent and colleague, COTs, and maybe they are supposed to train other people, or does TCP Global plan a formal training for all of us? I'm trying to really get to this and see how we can benefit from it.
Okay, so as I said earlier, we sent the PowerPoint presentation to Mystery Gorilla, and also to a partner in Niger in French, and they seem to just pick it up from the PowerPoint. I can share with you. But if you need additional training, just let us know and we can have a Zoom call set up to help you get through that. So Bruno, do you have anything to add to that response?
Yes, Helene, I think just like Innocent said, the phone app is one of the easiest, I think, for me and my team here when it comes to reporting. For the few groups that we have interacted with that haven't been, that have not started reporting using the phone app, they cite reasons like fear to make mistakes, you know. And of course, the digital literacy levels are not that much here, especially the command of English. But in the recent past, we have had several discussions with groups that are indeed very far away, that we also get challenged when we really have to call them to send in sometimes the information from the previous month savings and lendings. And we came to a conclusion that how about the group identifies a son or a daughter of a member in the community. He or she might not be in the group, but he or she might offer to help to input some of this information on the phone app, you know, for anyone's phone that is going to be designated as the person reporting. So that's what we are looking into. But I feel if we could embrace this, we would have really, in one way or another, cut our costs, but also effectively and efficiently serve and, you know, coordinate a lot more sites out there.
Yeah. So this is especially helpful for a fiscal agent site. So Innocent and Mystery Gorilla, for example, they work with multiple village savings and loan associations that are scattered all over their area. So if they can get those sites to send reports directly, that's very helpful to them. For other programs like Joyful or Imbabazi, they just have one nonprofit that's managing the loan program. There's not as much savings involved in that, but you're still welcome to use the phone app. And while we have Bruno out front and center, there's an opportunity. It's a very last minute, but some well drillers are going to southwest Uganda from Million Wells Project to train people to drill wells by hand, similar to what they do in Innocence area in northern Uganda. And that training starts next week. But if anyone wanted, these wells only work in areas where where the water table is not terribly deep, where the land isn't really high. So it seems to work well in Uganda. So if anyone else is interested, Bruno, could you tell them a little bit about the?
Okay, this is going to be facilitated by 1 Million Wells, indeed. And we already have teams that are coming in from Kenya Leader and the DRC, and of course the Mystery Gorilla team. We feel it's going to be an opportunity, especially due to the fact that our areas are oftentimes water stressed, like Isingiro that lies in the dry cattle corridor. They always have issues with water, especially in the driest periods of the year. And now we are looking up to using the below the ground water resource. And by doing so, we hope when we have this training in well drilling, it will, you know, help us a great deal in accessing water all time, all season. So the training is going to be a residential training. And Chris, I'm happy to report that all the equipment and materials were already delivered to us in Isingiro. So they're already in our store for the training and for the demonstration borehole. And it's starting on Monday, the 3rd of March, right? But we expect participants to arrive by 2nd, which is going to be a Sunday. So indeed, like Helene says, if anybody is going to be interested in sending a team of 5 or 10 to this training, please get in touch. There is a cost attached to that. So you need to have had some maybe saving or like a quick reorganization in your budgets and in, you know, because 1 Million Wells charges $1,500 for the training. And then you also have to cater for the accommodation and meals for the trainees.
Yep.
We were lucky that Chris stepped in for us and offered to pay for us for the training fees and accommodation and meals. And we are looking forward to equipping a team of refugees that we hope are going to take charge of the water wells drilling in the Rotary International project that we are anticipating to get Helene. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 1,500 per team, not per person.
Team, and the team can be up to 10 people, I think.
And with these hand-drilled wells, a well costs roughly 1,500 as opposed to 7,000 to 8,000 for a machine-drilled borehole. And so
that is true.
The idea would be to set up a small business where the well drillers could then drill wells in other municipalities. And you would also need equipment, but we're thinking that possibly with Rotary grants, we could get money to buy equipment. And Chris, you know much more about this than I do. Do you have anything to add?
That's basically the information. So the thing that's unusual about these wells is compared to hand drilled wells, they can go deeper into the water table. So we try to drill them during the dry season, and we can go a number of meters into the water table, and then rather than being lined with bricks, they're lined with PVC pipe, 4-inch PVC pipe, and have the well connection in the center of that pipe. So it stores a reasonable amount of water. Around the PVC pipe, there would be gravel, and it would be out at least 25 centimeters on either side of the center of the drill. So it's faster, easier, and deeper than most hand-built wells.
Okay, these are also hand drilled, but they're with extra power, water power, is that it?
Yeah, there is a specially designed drilling equipment for that, and that equipment can as well be locally fabricated. That is the beauty with it.
Okay. So if anyone's interested, get in touch with Bruno, but it has to be done quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if there's no more questions on the phone app, there were some questions in chat. You can check in the chat to see those answers. And then TCP Global through Chris, we're also making available an M-Water survey tool. We did surveys last year with SEDUC in northern Uganda and also in Niger, where we could track the impact of the programs. And then we did our own analysis. And if any of you would like to track the impact of your own program, you're welcome to use this M-Water tool. And if you have a really large program like Mr. Igrilla or Innocent, where you have multiple sites, we could use the TCP Global system to generate a list for you of randomly selected people to be interviewed. But if you just run your own program, you can, pick out the people, pick out a random list or do all of your people. So we have the questions that have been made up, and we also, Chris has posted a link in there for the M-Water survey. So if you check this out, and if it seems like something you'd be interested in, reach out to me or Chris, and we can help you get set up to do your own survey. Are there any questions on the survey tool?
For me, my question, Chris already answered it on mail. I was inquiring about the 10th person. So for us, it is going to be the 10th person per site.
Yeah, we want to avoid any possibility of handpicking people to survey. So there needs to be some sort of randomized or rational approach to make sure we get a balanced survey. And we found that it's been very difficult to directly ask how much has your income increased, because the information that we get back is not really clear as to how much they made before and how much they make now. But we ask questions like, what kind of roof do you have on your property? Do you have a moto? Do you have a bicycle? How many meals a day does your family have? When's the last time you were hungry? Or what percentage of your children in school? So the survey asks questions so that you can check the impact of your work on the outcomes in the family, if their life has really improved.
Okay.
Okay, and another, with USAID, yes, Chris? Chris, you're mute.
Okay, I didn't say anything. Sorry.
Oh, okay, I thought you were raising your hand. Okay, so Chris has an experience around the world implementing very cost-effective water and sanitation programs that have a demonstrable effect on reducing the amount of family income that is spent treating preventable diseases like malaria and diarrhea. And we're doing a Rotary, or the Rotary Club in Yumbe, where Innocent is currently implementing a grant where the farmer borrowers themselves are working in the communities to train people how to build latrines and hand wash stations. So that kind of work is possible in your sites as well. And that what we would need is for you to identify a nearby Rotary Club that might be interested in helping to sponsor this program. For Rotary projects typically have an international partner, maybe in the United States or Canada, and then they work with a local partner in Liberia or Uganda to provide money for whatever the community wants to do to improve their community. So I think the latrines that they're building in the Sadok area cost like $57, and the hand wash stations cost $3. But with the demise of USAID, Rotary is a really good source of revenue for anybody who has a really solid idea for improving their community. So, Innocent, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Rotary project going on in Yumbe?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Helen, for giving me this opportunity to share this project here, which is currently ongoing in Yumbe. And when you look at this project, this WAS project, it has been typically headed by TCP Global beneficiaries. So, and one good thing I have seen TCP Global has changed the life of our women here. Right now, many of them are now leaders. They are now heading this global grant, whereby they work with the community, around there with the community, to make sure that they build their latrines, as you have said, effectively at lower cost. And it is very select groups who formed this Rotary Club, and many of them also got trained in water drilling. So as I talk now, these women have drilled so far 4 in one of the village called Morodu, and then 2 already are built in Oyaru. So I think these people are really doing great work to the community, and all these are beneficiaries of TCP Global. And truly, when you look at, since TCP Global was initiated in 2020 up to date, there are a lot of changes in women, because our women previously, they were very shy, and they could not even participate. They could not even work like currently what they are doing with this global grant. They are really supporting this community so much, and that has been a really very great achievement by TCP Global here in Yumbe. and even including the refugee community. So I think that is really very great. Great project here in Yumbe. It has really benefited. And as I talk now, when you look at this global grant, it is really moving so well. And it is actually the teams or the Rotarians working closely with the community to make sure that each of them have the beneficiaries have the latrines and then install hand washing facilities. I pray that if such opportunity can also spread in other physical agents, maybe in areas where they can initiate maybe Rotary, since if there is an opportunity from Rotary, so that they can work similarly like what the Yumbe community are doing. Thank you so much, Helen.
Chris, would you be able to share that video that you made that shows the results of the projects in Yumbe?
Yes, I will. It'll take a moment for me to launch it, but
okay. And based on that project in Yumbe, we've been working with Mystery Gorilla to try to do a similar Rotary project in his area, which will include water sanitation and also malaria programs. But we're still waiting to get that grant approved. And somebody had a question?
Yeah, sorry, it's me. I'm running out to use Zoom. We're used to using Teams, so I can't figure out where to place to talk. So I have a question maybe for Innocent. So I guess you are a Rotarian, because I think I've attended your 2 meetings in Yumbe, and I think I've seen your face. So I have a simple question. If a Rotary Club, a local Rotary Club in Uganda identifies a need, maybe in WASH or MCH, maternal child health, and identifies an international partner, because as you know, a local Rotary Club has to work with an international partner for on a global grant. So I want to know what is TCP's role here, apart from participants being the beneficiaries of this grant?
Yeah, I think I can answer that. We don't have any role in the Rotary grant because they don't approve of our kinds of microloans. We're trying to get that to change. But it builds on what TCP Global starts. We provide funds so that the women can escape abject poverty, so they'll be stronger, they emerge as leaders, and then they are the ones who implement the program. We help support the program, but we don't have an official role in any of these grants. So Innocent, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I don't have much to add on that. Exactly, that is what I think you have answered that question correctly. So that is exactly what these beneficiaries from TCP Global are doing here in Yumbe.
Yeah, and there's a question from Florence at CASE. So yet typically we don't set up Rotary programs, but we try to connect to a Rotary club in the area because Rotary is interested in worldwide and trying to help people achieve their potential. In the case of Yumbe, the women got together and set up their own Rotary club. And that would be awesome if that could happen in other places, but that's not necessary. You could also just, as a group, try to connect to an existing Rotary club in your area to access Rotary funds.
So if I can share the video real quickly.
Sure.
And somebody needs to be admitted, and I went to the wrong screen.
Thank you for making me feel better about.
Here it is. Now, do you see the start of it?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary.
And that's all.
Wonderful.
And Chris, if anybody else is working on a WASH program, would it be possible to share our grant application with others so that they can maybe take advantage of more cost-effective measures that you've identified?
Yes, we've got templates. Well, they aren't templates, actual grant applications that we've sent into Rotary and we expect to get approved. And we can share them with you. Basically, from TCP Global's perspective, the interest in doing these health initiatives with both diarrhea, proximity of water, closeness of water, amounts of water, the benefits, and with malaria, the benefits are, in some of the communities, we find that people are spending 2/3 of their income. So that's like out of every 3,000 Ugandan shillings, 2,000 shillings treating malaria or treating diarrhea. So these are causes of poverty. If we remove the causes of poverty, then poverty will decrease and people will have more money available to improve their lives and their businesses.
They'll also be healthy enough to go to work and go to school and learn and earn. So this is a good, we're a good companion.
And part of the thing with going to school is many communities typically get their boys to school, but they don't typically they don't necessarily get their girls to school. Frequently they say their boy or their girl needs to stay home and babysit the baby who is sick with the disease while mother goes out to earn some money. But this situation makes it so girls are more likely to be able to attend school. The importance of that is family health, family education primarily depends upon the mother. It does not primarily depend upon the father. So if we give the mothers a boost up, then everybody will be better.
Okay, so we have a few minutes before remaining in our hour-long meeting. So does anyone have any follow-up comments, questions, suggestions for how we can handle this better or what we can do to follow up? Just raise your hand if you have anything to share. Do you know how to raise your hand? By going to the React at the bottom? Or just raise your hand.
Very quickly, let me share one other screen. Which is, this is Africa Ahead.
Whoops.
And
okay.
Do people know about Africa Ahead? They work with villagers and they give them training courses for meetings to improve the village health. So this is their contact information, and then they're on the web at africaahead.org. And you don't have to go to contact us. You can go to but this is a resource for you that has been going on for quite a while. And so far, we haven't got any TCP Global groups taking up on it, but these are things that can, well, something to do with your meetings that gives benefit to the different people. Thanks. Now, everybody sees that africaahead.org, and I'll cut it off. And Robina has a question.
No, Chris, I was appreciating you for sharing that very
Okay.
good. Yeah, I was appreciating.
Good.
And in the agenda, I had also mentioned Kula. That's an organization in the Netherlands that is working with our partner in the DRC to put in a water system. But I've recently learned that they're shifting their focus to Latin America. It's also a potential possibility, but it sounds like it's not going to be as helpful as I thought it would be. But that's one of the things that we hope to do, is to connect all of you to other resources, and by you sharing your information so that we can fill in the gap from some aid programs that are drying up. Does anyone
And
have
of course, you probably find more assistance than we do. So share amongst yourselves.
Yeah, there's a tremendous amount of talent and resources and initiative in Africa.
Go ahead, Olivia.
Oh.
Okay, Rabina?
Olivia can mute. Thank you. Thank you, Helena. So me, it is just to appreciate, frankly, for this meeting. I've learned a lot. Like I told you, I've been in that area of USAID work. Yeah, but I'm seeing with partnerships with TCP Global, there is a lot of potential to really reach out to communities for economic development, especially the vulnerable, the women, the children. So thank you so much for the work you're doing. And I also would like to get in touch with Mystery Gorillas, focal person here. I heard you have some sites in Kabare, so again, bringing these sites together to leverage, to learn from each other. I hear they have about maybe more than 5 sites. For us, we have 1 site. I guess the next funding, we are thinking about getting another site. Yeah, so learning from each other, getting to know what is working best for one group that can be adopted by another group will make our work more easy and effective to our communities. Thank you.
Yeah, and maybe we should explain what the fiscal agent sites are. Many of them started off just running a loan program, but then they decided that they would help connect a lot of other VSLA groups to us. So if your program is kind of reached capacity, you could also reach out to other VSLA groups in nearby villages and bring them in and serve as a fiscal agent for those groups. And I see that Father Vincent has joined us. The meeting started at 8, so it started at 4 Uganda time. But I'll send out some minutes from the meetings, and Chris, I suppose, will make the recording available. Does anyone else have any last-minute comments? And are you interested in meeting again in each quarter?
Sure.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Foundation for Women and Children Empowerment, we are so grateful for joining the TCP Global Program to help many women in Liberia, especially in the rural community, so that we can be able to provide the loan opportunity for our vulnerable women. Because we found out that in the rural community, women do not have access to loan opportunity. And they are vulnerable people. They depend on themselves. Men who are born on women, born by women, the responsibility is on the women. But coming to TCP Today Global for this great opportunity so that our women can be empowered in room opportunity is a great opportunity, and we are so happy as organization to join your institution to be partner with you people. I thank you so much, and this is our first time to attend a meeting, and we're so happy again to attend another meeting in future.
Is this a good time for the meeting? A Friday morning or Friday afternoon at 4 Uganda time?
Yeah,
Okay.
that time is good.
Okay.
Yeah, it is perfect.
Okay, I think Bernadine has a question before we end.
Yeah, I thank you, Helen and Chris. I would like to appreciate you for this meeting. And I was very much interested in the drilling water because I have two groups that are in a water-stressed area. I tried to contact them looking at the short period, but I wanted to ask, is it compulsory to be 10 people? Or even if you get two, they can participate?
Bruno or Chris, I think that question's for you. Is if they have a group of 2, is that enough to send for?
Can I speak now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Bruno, I can.
Yes, Bernadine, thank you. You are only limited by resources, in this case money, to facilitate these people while they are out there learning. But according to the structure of 1 million wells that is going to facilitate this training, their training fees is a constant. Whether you have 10 people or you have 3 people, their training fees is a constant, and it is $1,500.
And the thing that is not a constant is the room and board, which is how much Uganda shillings per day, Bruno?
Around 75,000 Ugandan shillings.
For training, also including accommodation?
That's accommodation and meals, and maybe a lunch meal or a dinner meal.
Yeah.
But it can go up to 100,000 per day per person.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay, I will call you, Bruno.
Thank you, Bernadine.
And you can get in touch with me and let me know how much you can contribute, and maybe with my organization, I can contribute additional.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you so much.
And have a training package already out to know
What
that
did you
if
say?
do you have any training program package already out that you can share?
No, we are starting off the training on Monday morning, and 1 Million Wells Assistant Director Kerry is going to lead the training together with a team that she's coming with. But top on the agenda is the well drilling, the well drilling exercise. How to drill the wells, how to fabricate the machines that are used to drill the wells, and everything is already being organized individually in Isingiro, but we agreed that nothing should be complete until when everyone is there, so that they go through the process from the beginning up to the end. So if you're interested, like Chris said, please reach out, and like you heard, Chris is willing to hear from you how much you can contribute, and possibly how he can help you through people to people.
Wonderful.
Chris, did 1 Million Wells already train the group in Yumbe?
Yes, 1 Million Wells trained the Yumbe group.
Okay. So we have experience with them, and it was successful.
Yeah, so the Yumbe group, since they were trained last May, was it, Innocent? They have drilled probably 9 wells. And now they're going into heavy well drilling, and they should be drilling a well a week from now for the next few months.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming today. I see some people just joined. The meeting started an hour ago, so we're winding up. So thank you very, very much, and we'll set another meeting in 3 months. But please
Excuse me?
reach out with any questions that you have in the meantime, or reach out to each other. Yes?
Excuse me?
Yes?
Yes, thank you so much. I want to, this is Hudson from Joyful Hearts Ministries, Uganda. So I want really to thank you so much for this meeting. And we had bought in as a team the idea of having it as a quarterly meeting. It is so helpful. And also it was good to see different partners, the in-country partners as well. Now, the other thing or comment which I would be having would be on previously we used to do presentations of what is happening in different sites, whereby one partner was always selected and then would take us through what they have been doing, maybe like for the first 10 minutes of the meeting, which was good. And it is something which I thought that maybe also in our next meeting, it is something we can as well think about to see what is happening from different ends, like as we've seen in Yumbe, but maybe next time we may be able to see what is happening in Western Uganda, like the team which is going to do well drilling. So such kind of updates would be important. Thank you.
Great suggestion. Bruno, may I request, and I haven't transferred money for this, but if you could hire a videographer to come each day of the training and do very short snippets from beginning to end of the well drilling and pump installation. This may be far too late for me to go back to that, but in the event that that's possible, I will pay for it at the price you estimated for me.
Yes, Chris, we talked about this, and well, I had contacted David, but I haven't had a response from David yet. So,
okay, well, I will pay for it. Send me how much it is, and I will transfer the additional money. Thanks.
You're welcome, Chris. Thank you.
So what we're looking for is maybe as little as a 5-minute video showing all the steps of building the well. It could conceivably be as long as 15 minutes, but I don't think people watch that long.
Right. So for Father Vincent's benefit, there's a training with Mystery Gorilla coming up next week with 1 million wells, showing how to drill wells at a cost of $1,500 each instead of $7,000 each. But it's a very last minute thing. If you'd like to send a team to participate, you could do that since you're not so far away.
And Bruno's team is in Isingiro. Did I say it right?
Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I know Isingiro. I've been there, so I will talk with my team. If they're interested, then we can join the training.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Starts next Monday, so sorry for the very late notice, but they're coming all the way from the States to do this training.
Okay,
thank you so much.
Apologize for the late notice. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've...
Thank you so much, Ellen and everyone. Yeah, we've really learned a lot as having a small group of Microloan. We are hearing good news, which we are planning sometime to also implement. So we want to appreciate everyone for your knowledge and for the activities you're doing. Yes, we shall reach out very soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all. So sorry that we went over, but I think it's been a very productive meeting, and Look forward to seeing you probably May 30th. That looks like is that a good date for everyone? Tentative date?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
At the same time.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, does somebody want to say something?
Yeah, so I don't know yet, but I don't know how the meeting sounds because the time is, I don't know if the meeting is almost at the end because according to the invitation, the link we've got, it's starting at 4, but I don't know. It seems that you are finishing the meeting.
Yeah, so it says
Time
4
zone
p.m. East Africa time, but 3 p.m. Central Africa time. So yes, we're finishing. Thank you. We're sorry for the difficulties.
Yeah, so because we did not maybe get of the feedback of the meeting of today because we're waiting for, because we are in East Africa and we thought that the meeting could be handled at 4 is our time is concerned here because this is East Africa. So I don't know how it complicated a little bit about that. So I don't know what to do. Can you have
So for the people in Uganda, did this meeting start at 4 East Africa time?
Yeah,
Sure.
today.
for us we are in,
Yes,
we are in DRC. So I don't know.
Yes, Congo is Central Africa time, so it's not East Africa time. So CAT rather than EAT. But sorry for the difficulty.
Would you please, I don't know if you can have the feedback of what has been said there.
We've got a recording. We will send it.
Yeah, because we are the group to be going there for the training, but I don't know.
Great.
I'm talking. Yeah, good.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Sister Rose from DRC. So we came later because of time. And secondly, our net connection mine was not going well. But I think we listened to the record that we did, and we can confirm to Gorilla Foundation that by next week we will be there. We are just waiting for our bank to get the money, but we will be there. And thank you for all. We are together.
Thank you, sister.
So our next meeting is May 10th at 4 p.m. Central East Africa time.
May 30th.
May 30th. Okay. Thank you.
Tentatively, we'll confirm closer to the date. But thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you all in 3 months, but also communicating about how we can share best practices and help each other in the meantime. I guess that ends the meeting.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
thanks.
Thank you.
And Sister Rose, you don't know that your bank has the money yet? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because I was discussing with them before this meeting, and they told me that maybe the money is already in Kigali, but not yet here in Changugu. When they will get it in Changugu, they will let us know, and then we can go to take it. But as today is Friday, tomorrow Saturday, and Sunday, the 2 days are off. It means that we may get it on Monday, and they can start maybe the same Monday the journey, or Tuesday.
Yes, we would like them to start the journey on Sunday. So maybe you can transfer me your phone app if you've got a way to send money to your phone.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Okay. Send me by email and WhatsApp the connection to your phone for money transferred to your phone.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.